funniest thing you've witnessed in a courtroom? I'm a court reporter, and a few months ago, I watched an 18-year-old girl turn a routine courtroom hearing into what felt like a stand-up comedy special. Her name was Emma. She was there because she'd been cited for repeatedly feeding ducks in a city park despite several warnings from park officials. Sounds simple, right? It wasn't. The judge started reading the case. Ms. Emma, according to the report, you ignored multiple signs that clearly stated visitors are not allowed to feed the wildlife. Emma immediately raised her hand. Your Honor, I'd like to point out that the ducks never complained. The judge blinked. The ducks are not parties to this case. Exactly, Emma replied. We're making decisions for them without hearing their side. The park ranger who wrote the citation looked exhausted already. He explained that Emma had been warned 3 separate times. Emma nodded. Correct. And every time I politely listened. The ranger frowned. You listened and then continued feeding them. Listening and agreeing are completely different activities. A few people in the gallery started laughing. The ranger continued. Your Honor, the defendant brought an entire backpack full of bread. Emma quickly interrupted. For the record, it was artisan bread. The ducks deserve quality. The judge covered his mouth to hide a smile. Emma, why were you feeding the ducks? She looked genuinely confused. Because they're ducks. That's not a legal explanation. It's the only explanation I've got. The ranger explained that feeding wildlife can create dependency and disrupt natural behavior. Emma nodded seriously. That's fair. Everyone thought she was finally giving up. Then she added, but have we considered that maybe the ducks were already dependent on me emotionally? The courtroom lost it. The judge had to bang his gavel twice. Once things settled down, the prosecutor spoke. Your Honor, the city is requesting a small fine. Emma raised her hand again. I'd like to negotiate. This isn't a business meeting. Everything is a business meeting if money is involved. The prosecutor ignored her. The defendant knowingly violated park regulations. Emma pointed toward the ranger. He knowingly interrupted a very important duck lunch. The ranger sighed so hard I thought he might pass out. The judge tried another approach. Emma, do you understand why rules exist? Absolutely. Then why didn't you follow them? Because the ducks seemed happy and I've made worse decisions for people. Even the judge laughed at that one. Finally, the judge announced his ruling. Emma, I'm imposing a modest fine and ordering you to stop feeding the ducks. Emma nodded. Understood, Your Honor. The judge looked relieved. Then she asked one last question. Am I still allowed to wave at them? Yes. Can they wave back? They don't have hands. Then I think we've identified the real victim here. As the hearing ended, Emma asked me for a copy of the transcript. I asked why. She said, if the ducks ever sue the city, I want documentation that I tried to defend them.